Hello, welcome back to Charger 52. Today we are trying something new. This is my first time doing a Pokemon review and theories video. I really hope you like it. This is something I've never done before, but I've always enjoyed watching it on YouTube. Now, if you could please like and subscribe to the video, that will very help me out with making this content. Now, let's get into the video. What exactly happened in the video? Well, a lot happened in it. We got to witness Team Star, the rebellious students. We got to witness a Titan Pokemon, Cloth. I absolutely love it. And we also saw Victory Road and 2 new Pokemon that may have something to do. I really hope we're going to look through all this. We're going to go from each one in a different section. First, we're going to start off with Team Star. It's like Team Sky, but worse, and for space. Now, the big thing we saw in the trailer, the protagonist walking into Team Star's hideout, Starfall Street. It's here we see this weird-looking bus come out, and if you look at the bus, on the engine there, you can see an eye and a tongue. Now, I don't know what this means. It could mean that the engine is a Pokemon. Now, what type could this Pokemon be? I think it is a Steel and Ghost type Pokemon. And this is very cool. We've never seen something like this. This is kind of a theme we are seeing with Scarlet Violet, with a lot of Pokemon looking like vehicles. We saw with this legendary Pokemon that they look kind of like motorbikes. We see the 2 Pokemon here that they also look like motorbikes. So I think this is a theme that we're going to see in Scarlet Violet a lot. I don't know what Team Star specifically is going to do in this game. If it's going to be kind of like Team Yell, they just are there, or it's going to be like our teams, like from Omega Ruby, Apple Sapphire, Team Flare. They'll do these huge cataclysmic changes to the environment or to the world that have like great effects. Or it's going to kind of be like how it was in Aloha and Galar, where the evil team is there and doesn't really do evil compared to other Pokemon games, and just kind of does stuff like gangs would do or like hardcore fans would do. So this, I would think they're more of rebellious students, and this almost looks like how Japan sees rebellious students rather than us here in the West. But I think it's very interesting, and I think it could just be kind of like how interrupt your journey. I think it would be very interesting. Next up are the Titan Pokemon. So now, calling Cloth, the crab Pokemon, a Titan is very interesting to me. Because when you look at a lot of Japanese media and all that, well, not much media, but just the culture, you notice with Titan Pokemon, or Kaiju as they're more called, you notice like they're usually big creatures created from some human activity, or they're just ancient creatures from long ago. And what we see is kind of this Cloth, calling it the Stone Clef Titan, which is very interesting. Now, after doing some research, I was able to figure out that Cloth is most likely to be a mud crab, which is commonly found in Southeast Asia and the Philippines, which was a Spanish colony. But there is a small chance that it could be a stone crab, which is found in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, which has many ties to Spain and the Iberian Peninsula as a whole. Now, in the trailer, Avrin, I don't even know if I pronounced that right, an upper-class person and chef, was going to travel to the lairs of Titans to grab Herbia Mystica. Now, I don't know what this could be used for. It could be used to tetraform our Pokemon, or it may have some deeper causes. And it could be what Cloth is protecting in its home. Now, hearing the lair, calling where Cloth lives as the lair of Titans and where we have to grab this herb, makes you really think, are there other Titan Pokemon, like different Titan Pokemon other than Cloth, hiding in these caves? And this could be another theme of Scarlet Violet, where we see these like different huge Titan Pokemon that don't count as legendaries, but are still massive and seen as these huge creatures that have terraforming abilities. Like, and I wonder, like, other region Pokemon, kind of like pseudo-legendaries, could classify as a Titan. We know Tyranitar takes a lot in from Godzilla, and a bunch of other creatures from capsule monsters, I know that a lot. Salamence, it's a dragon. Could that classify as a Titan? We see in a lot of In the West, we like to see dragons as these big hulking beasts of destruction, And you even see that within a bunch of like the Godzilla franchise series. Ghidorah is a dragon. Even though Salamence is not a free-headed dragon, the dragons in the Godzilla series aren't seen as these big divine beasts, but more of destruction. So it's a really curiosity. And like another one, would legendary Pokemon like Groudon and Kyogre be Titan Pokemon? Or are they just legendaries? Or could there be an entirely new species of Pokemon that are just dedicated as Titan Pokemon instead of being called legendaries or pseudo-legendaries or mythical Pokemon? Now, this is very interesting because we've never seen this before, and I'm very curious where they take this on in the future. Next up is the Armored Pokemon. Now, these are brand new Pokemon. We have seen Pokemon look like knights before, but never this much of humanoid looking. Now, the first one we'll talk about is Armorage, the Fire Warrior Pokemon. Now, at first glance, it looks like a knight wearing shoulder pads that resemble a cannon, which in the trailer we do see resembles a cannon. Now, the Pokedex does tell us that it is filled with fairness and will believe in a fair fight. And Armorage, I believe, is most likely a fire and psychic type. We'll talk about Credulage, the Fire Blade Pokemon, and that will be a Violet exclusive. It is most likely a Fire Ghost type, judging by the color, flames, and that it is purple, which most purple type Pokemon happen to be ghost types. Now, it is a close combat fighter, so it will not have much ranged attacks or none at all. It wears an old set of armor that's been worn by knights and everything through generations, so I think it is going to be an angry Pokemon. It wields this armor with the spirits of dead soldiers that were once wearing the armor. These two Pokemon could be the representation of Gundam, but in a more European-looking design of knights in shining armor. And I think they're the ones that could keep these Titan Pokemon in check, and we usually see this theme a lot in Pokemon games and Fakemon regions. One of the greatest ones is Rayquaza dealing with Groudon and Kyogre, from them battling it out between land and sea. And we even see this in Loxton and Noggin's Fakemon region, the Cascade region. Go watch it, it'll be linked in description, which it shows this great Thunderbird kind of separating the two Sox legendaries from fighting each other and causing a catastrophic environmental disaster. So I think this is a theme that will be seen a lot. So with this Fury, Armorage, and Credulage could be the region's great protector Pokemon from these Titan Pokemon, which is another theme we've seen in a lot of Pokemon games, with Galar being the closest thing that could relate to this, with Zamazenta and Zalia. Now, with this Fury, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the most effort I've ever put into a video. We're going to do a lot more. I'm pretty sure my next one will be about Giratina and my theories about it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon.